So you've done the self-help and you've dipped into some personal development, but now you ask the question, now what? What can you do? Well, if you want to escape the apathy, step right this way. So twice a year, I teach a course called Autonomy. It's a 12-week personal development and training course. What people get out of it is multifaceted. There's curriculum, there's exercises, there's camaraderie, you make new friends. There's a whole lot of interesting things. We're going to hear a sample from the course right now in its ongoing season. Let's take a look at the value these students are getting.
The grifters don't have anything of substance. All they do is like fear monger and try to take other people down and call them agents and stuff like that without any type of evidence or verification, right? And the people who believe that, even if you went to them with evidence or verification, they don't get it anyway because they're assuming, like they're not thinking anyway. So that's a part of the marketplace. It's like certain parts of town. You know it exists. You're not trying to destroy it. You're not going over there. You're just staying away from it because it doesn't involve you. And that's what other people are doing, right? So let them be. For those who care and can tell the difference, here's evidence, here's verification, here's open source dialogues and questions and growing, legitimate growing, because nothing I know today is the final end all of any of these topics. It just is a reflection of the evidence I've found thus far on this journey. And I'm pretty open minded that something can come along and turn some of this around. I've been around 20 years after 9/11, and I've seen them deprogram some of my colleagues. Like they went for official deprogramming about 9/11. I have yet to see anything that makes me believe the official narrative. I have seen thousands and thousands of pieces of evidence that contradict the official narrative. And I know that the people who told us the official narrative, they're well documented liars. So I don't trust them. So even this thing that's been going on for the past 70 days, now the numbers are 695, not 400. And if, these types of lies are perpetuated throughout to create ethnic cleansing and genocide and stuff like that, it's like we have a big problem in this world of people who go off half cocked and they're not looking at evidence. They're not looking for verification. They're not looking for anything of logic or reason. And that is irrational mentality. And that's where the grifters and the assumers meet up. And that's how they exist in the marketplace. If the grifters did not have assumers, they would not have a place in the marketplace. So, yeah. And there's people out there, they're like, there's characters who are always calling out the grifters. If you're just calling people out and you're not producing anything of your own, I got questions about you too. What are you doing on the scene? Why are you stirring up all this trouble? And you're not contributing, you're not producing, you're not trying to figure stuff out. What is your role in this whole thing too? So there's that. And I find that to stay clear and focused, you have to say no to 1,000 things to say yes to that one thing of getting something done. Some of the things I say no to are a lot of the internet noise and chaos and minutia and infighting and drama. I mean, I've saved so much time. Like, think about how much time you've spent on Facebook. I've never been on Facebook. I mean, I have a profile on there that somebody set up for Peace Revolution or Tragedy and Hope or something like that. But I mean, I made a conscious decision back then because I did have a MySpace page once a time back in the day for something. I don't know what I did with it. But making conscious efforts to like, I don't have any social media on my phone. I have YouTube, if you call that social media, but I don't have Twitter on there, and that's the one I use. I don't have these other distractions. I don't have games on my phone. I mean, there's a word search game in case something happens, like, we get a flat tire and you got to keep people busy, but like that's an emergency game, and I don't know that anyone's ever played it on my phone because my phone is not for playing games. My phone is for me getting my goals done, right? So it's an interesting question because a lot of times, like the grifters and the trolls, I'm kind of putting them together a little bit, uh, they would like to see nothing more than for you to get off your track, to get off goal, to come play with them in the mud because they know they can't be productive and they can't catch up with you. So what they try to do is get you off your game. And so my strategy is always like, if I just stay focused, the trolls and these other detractor type things, they go over the horizon behind me in the rear view mirror. They cannot catch up to me if I stay in progress. But if I come out and play with them, then I'm no longer making progress. I'm no longer serving value to people who appreciate my research and these sort of things. And now I'm getting into like a point where people don't care about either of you. And that's kind of the goal of the whole thing, right? It's like you lose respect for both of those people rolling around in the mud. And one of them should have stayed on their horse and just rode away, but he got off. So like, who do you disrespect? The pig that was in the mud or the guy that got off to roll around in the mud with the pig? These are the metaphors that come to mind.
Everyone's doing some kind of self-help these days, and you can find a million self-help courses out there. Most other courses out there are hosting lectures. They're hosting videos, they're maybe even doing Q&As, and these are great starting points to encourage learning. But at AUTONOMY, we believe that hands-on practice is the best way to really lock in what we're learning. There's no better way to gain confidence and mastery than through action. After each lecture, we practice the concepts we've learned with other students, giving and receiving feedback in a non-judgmental environment. The result is mastery of concepts like entrepreneurship, ethical sales, and self-reliance in an environment that directly translates to the real world. Plus, you make connections with other like-minded individuals who are learning right alongside you, and you have a lifetime membership in the community. The AUTONOMY course with Richard Grove equips you with confidence, competence, and courage in a world filled with confusion and noise. You can learn more at getautonomy.info. We'll see you there.